Hi guys, and welcome back to Rebellious Menstruation. This is a Q&A, and this is about why organic tampons and pads are no better than traditional tampons and pads. So I have been asked recently why I moved from tampons to menstrual cups rather than from like traditional tampons like the ones in front of you. These are from Libra and Carefree. To straight over to a menstrual cup, as I was never a fan of internal protection. Essentially, organic tampons and organic pads have nothing to benefit from. Using organic has a 0% difference in it contributing to TSS, meaning that you can have exactly the same, exactly the same risk of catching TSS from organic or non-organic tampons, as TSS has more to do with existing flora and within your body and the absorbability and length, i.e. the time a tampon spends inside your body, than the type of tampon that you're wearing. So the absorbability and length of time the tampon spends in your body has more to do with you catching TSS than whether it's a traditional type of tampon or an organic type of tampon. The second reason is there is the much reported dioxins present in tampons, which is a legitimate concern because the purification method of rayon, which is a fibre made of wood pulp, was chlorine gas, and the byproduct of this process was this aforementioned dioxin, which is an environmental pollutant linked with cancer, reproductive problems, and immune damage. However, the testing of tampons resulted in insignificant dioxin findings, with the highest level of dioxin resulting in a lifetime exposure of less than 0.2%. In addition, modern purification methods have reduced dioxin levels drastically. So already the highest tampon that was tested at a 0.2% of the lifetime exposure of dioxin. So like if you wore 24 tampons per month over your entire life, you would have been exposed to 0.2% of the dioxin. It's not 0.2% of the dioxin per tampon, it is 0.2% of the dioxin if you used 24 tampons per cycle for your entire life. So that was just to clarify that I didn't mean 0.2% per tampon per use. It was 0.2% if you use 24 tampons every period for your entire life. You would still only get a 0.2% exposure to dioxin. So, as I was saying, modern purification methods have reduced dioxin levels drastically to undetectable or trace levels. In addition to this, 90% of the dioxin exposure is from diet and or food. So switching to organics does nothing here either. So the third concern is that essentially weed killer, which is known as glyphosate, is sprayed on conventionally grown and harvested cotton. So, or just traditionally harvested crops, which include cotton, that are used in traditional tampons. This glyphosate is not sprayed on organic crops, including the cotton that's used in organic tampons. You get most of your exposure to this glyphosate in your food and in your clothing. So, however, your vaginal canal is a highly absorbent membrane, which is where the huge concern is. However, the World Health Organization has found no carcinogenic risk to humans where this glyphosate is present in the diet. However, there is no stats on the influence of glyphosate in tampon usage. In a few studies, the alleged amount of concentration is 0.0004 micrograms per gram. Even if we take this data point, a lifetime of heavy use is not going to get you to even a third of the acceptable lifetime exposure risk to glyphosate. If you are so concerned about this weed killer being used, you need to look at your clothing and food choices first. And so switching to organics essentially prevents using chlorine bleached rayon, but has really no influence on my exposure to this weed killer. And even then, it has really no difference in my exposure to chlorine bleached rayon, because the way they actually bleach the rayon now is different. So I switched to reusables essentially for environmental reasons, and because I was having massive allergy problems with these types of disposables. So organic waste tampon is no different than disposable waste. The average woman uses over 11,000 disposables over her lifetime, and even more appallingly, women still flush tampons down the toilet, causing severe damage to the sewage systems and the health and safety of both your own body, everyone else, and the planet that we live on. If they're not flushed, and seriously, do not flush your tampons. They still end up in landfill and waste sites. The environmental damage caused by all disposables is appalling, and it is no better with disposable organics than it is with disposable kind of regular company. So, no, I do not want to switch. I did not switch to organics, because really, in the scheme of things, they're actually no better for you to use than regular products or regular disposable products that are on the market. If you actually want to do something good or something different, then pick disposables, ditch your disposables and pick a reusable product, either menstrual cups, either cloth pads. There is also sea sponges, which I don't have, and there is also menstrual underwear, which I don't have either. However, there are now, I've just given you 4 alternative options for you to take up, rather than spending more of your money on a product that actually doesn't make any difference to TSS, environmental waste, and exposure to chemicals. So hopefully you'll take that on board and consider your other options. So outside of that, thanks for listening. The contact details are below. You can always leave a comment, tweet me, Insta me, Tumblr me, email me, or leave a comment. You guys know what to do. Thanks. Bye.